Okay, I just wanted to go live since I'm out here down in the fucking meatpacking district. It's chilly, it might rain, so I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I only have 69% battery, but I just thought I'd make a little video, check in, since I don't get to go live that much anymore. So I got my goddamn Johnson & Johnson vaccine last Monday, really the day before they paused it. I heard some girls on the street yesterday say, "Isn't that the one that got discontinued?" Yeah, it's limited edition. So that's what I'm going to tell people. It's limited edition. I literally woke up the next day. First thing I see a fucking text from, Twitter notification. Breaking news. Johnson & Johnson vaccine paused for this blood clotting issue. That's why I was afraid to get goddamn coronavirus, because I didn't want to. I have an overactive immune system, and I have been tested for low platelets before. I have actually, doctors have told me I have low platelets. That may have just been an anomaly, but like, if I would have known, if it would have been a day later, there's no fucking way I would have taken that. I certainly would have gotten the Pfizer or the Moderna. The public seems to be pretty cool about it. They seem to be kind of like justifying it and explaining it. And they understand it's not really that dangerous. 6 people out of 7 million, 8 million, and only one of those people died. So literally, it's 1 in 8 million chance you're going to die. And to be fair, a lot of medications have fucked up side effects. A lot of medications cause blood clots and crazy shit. So who fucking knows? I'm out here. I'm live in New York. This is a Homestead Steakhouse. If you got $250 to spend on dinner, it's a good place to go. So I'm in this kind of weird interim period. It's been 7 days. And supposedly, if this issue is going to come up, it usually comes up within 6 to 13 days. So I'm right in that danger zone for the next week. I'm not really that nervous about it, because the thing is, like, now all the medical people are alerted. They know the issue. So if it does happen, they'll recognize it really early on and then know how to treat it. And it's just an incredibly, incredibly slim chance. So I'm trying to be cool and just kind of go about my business and live my life while I'm in this sort of, it's just so weird, because I spent the whole fucking last year, like, doing everything I could to be totally safe and avoid coronavirus. And here I feel like I've let the enemy inside my body. Like, I've already taken the hemlock. I've drunk the hemlock. It's, it's like, oh my God, it's too late. The die's been cast, as I said. So the next week, I'm just kind of like, life's fragile. Every moment's going to be sacred. I haven't been doing anything really. I mean, I've got a bunch of dates lined up. I've got a date Wednesday. I have a date next weekend and next Tuesday. And I don't know. I don't really want to drink anything, because I don't want to aggravate any kind of health issues that might be there. And you're not really immune until 2 weeks after your fucking vaccine. It's at least. So I don't know. These girls haven't really been forthcoming about whether or not they're vaccinated. They don't really seem to care that much, I suppose, which also kind of worries me. But I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to blow it off. I'm more than ready to get back in the game next week after I survive and after I'm immune. But like I told this one girl, like, yeah, I'm free, Monday, April 26th. That's 2 weeks after my vaccine. She's like pissed. It's like, what the hell? What do you expect? Like, I'm sorry, but like, I waited this long. I can wait, I haven't been on a date in 4 years, like from the internet. So another week, it's not a big deal to me. What the hell? So I'm trying to I'm kind of like trying to negotiate that and line that stuff up. What else have I got going on? I've got a reading on Thursday. Thursday, I'm doing this fucking reading. I don't know. There will probably be a lot of people on it, but it should be pretty cool. I'm going to be here doing it because I don't have the internet at my house. So check that out. And that number, I'm going to start doing live performance in person. I'm going to get a PA. I'm going to get a portable PA with rechargeable battery. I've been looking at those. I feel kind of shitty that everything is like reopening sort of, and like, because I think that the city, it's just been so glorious that there's been all this outdoor performance and street performance and just like music everywhere. And now the public squares are kind of like flourishing and really cool sites of like creativity and life. People have to come out of there, to see art and performance. It's just happening everywhere. And I really think it'd be a shame if that went away. Just because, I hope it lasts at least through this summer. I suspect that it will. Probably not next year. This will probably be the last year. Then it'll go back to normal next year. But it would be cool to get in on that. I've only been here about a month and a half. Tomorrow is 420. So I've got a big episode drop. I've got a number of new scenes, scenes from a life episodes that are premiering tomorrow night. So you can smoke tons of weed and enjoy those. It's a new direction, a new lease on life for my YouTube page and my video work. So make sure you check that out. Tomorrow night, beginning at 8 p.m., the 420 launch special, 420 drop. Get super high and watch my YouTube channel. There's going to be a lot of... So yeah, I got the fucking Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I hope that makes people think I'm a badass. Like, whoa, dude, shit. You got the fucking limited edition, man. But I don't know. I felt like, when I woke up the next day and I see that they suspended it, I felt like it stigmatized it. I felt like, oh my God, like the other ones are 2 doses and everybody's either getting Pfizer or Moderna. It's like, I'm this grody ass motherfucker. I feel like it's the 50-cent hot dog of vaccines. It's the gas station hot dog. It's like the dollar store vaccine. It's the hillbilly vaccine. It's like the Diet Aid vaccine. It's the Kmart brand. And I knew it. I should have just put it off. Because now it's like a little bit easier to get them. They're opening it up. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's got their first shot. Everybody's got their second shot. And here I am. I'm just like meditating on, mortality. I'm hanging in the balance of the reality of man. Every hair is sacred and every grain of sand. I've been listening to Theme Time, of course. What the hell do I do? I've been going on walks, just walking around New York, looking at, Flannery, kind of like Baudelaire shit, Noctambular, Boulevardier, strolling. Every street's a boulevard in old New York. That's what Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis say. So yeah, I've just been, I don't know, killing time. It's like that's what this whole year has been. It's just like you're kind of just like there's not that much you can do. I mean, I'm just kind of rebuilding things one piece at a time. I got my vaccine, so theoretically, I can do like now I can move the rest of my shit in. I can get the internet in my house because I don't have to be paranoid about is the fucking guy who's installing it, going to give me fucking coronavirus or what. So I don't know. I've just been listening to enjoying my analog, non-internet. Even though I have the internet and the phone, I'm on Twitter a lot. I haven't been reading that much about fucking the Johnson and Johnson thing. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the specifics. The odds are incredibly low. So I'm just kind of like, I'm just flying. I'm just falling out of the airplane. I'm trusting that the parachute's going to open. Jesus, take the wheel. So Jesus, take the wheel time and moment. So yeah, I've just basically been walking around and just like judging and criticizing. I mean, I just can't believe it. I really can't. I can't believe walking around Manhattan, New York City. It's just like all of the guys here are like these kind of arrested adolescent males. Like South Park watching fucking Spazzy. They're just infantile. They have these like outbursts where they want to get attention and like everybody wears those like thermal like down coats, with like I don't know, are those fucking ski coats or what with like the ribbing. Literally everybody around Manhattan is like some really toxically masculine kind of arrested development. Like I said, spastic. They all like to act like they're in like the 8th fucking grade. They're like huge South Park fans and shit. They watch Crank Yankers and listen to Eminem and watch WWF Raw. It's like, what? I don't get the correlation between the extreme cost of living in New York right now and whatever, vibe it's putting out. Like, is this like the consequence of like it's Friends and How I Met Your Mother and Sex and the City, of course, and Girls and all that shit. But like How I Met Your Mother is like more like these people. Like they're all like fucking business majors, marketing majors, state school, Big Ten. They're finance people. They're tech people. And it's like, I don't know why they like it here. It's because, they like fucking the cultural heritage of Greenwich Village and they want to be bohemians and they're outsiders. They can't live anywhere else. It's like, no, it's just like they're the ultimate like suburban white people. They're the ultimate like bro. It's like if they weren't here, they'd be in Aspen, some ski vacation. So I don't know. It's a little bit of a redundant subject, I suppose. It's a beautiful neighborhood architecturally. So I just kind of consider it deserted. And I'm not, the weird part is for me in my own life, maybe I am one of these people. It's just, I'm poor and I have long hair. But like, I've always like found myself like traveling in the same, like even in college, it was like I'd go to the bar and it would be a fucking me and a bunch of like barbaric meathead jock, I don't know, money people, suburban golf people, playing golf. fucking growing up, or even the kids I hung out with in high school with like football players and shit for the most part. They were good at math. And, you know, Chotch. It's like Mount Chotch. Like if you're a fucking, every guy is like a fucking outrageous Chotch. Like a spazzy kind of bratty kid or something. Like they're trying to get attention. You know, I saw these three guys the other day, like, oh, give me that. Walking up Bleecker. It's like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you're 30 years old, you're 6 feet tall, you look like Brody Jenner. They're all like Brody Jenner. They're like fucking, you know, of course, Kushner. It's like they're all like that. They're all like Kushner, Carly Kloss, American Psycho, or Spalding from Caddyshack. They're just upper class twits, children of privilege, drooling. It's just weird. The weird kind of like outburstness, like the loudness. Like I get why girls are like hate men. Like what the fuck are these guys doing? Like playing tag and shit. It's like, dude, you're 6 feet tall. You look like fucking Josh Hartnett. You look like Ashton Kutcher. Like, why do you have to be this way? Why are you acting like a fucking like spoiled brat child? This guy's got to fucking practice his drums while I'm doing my goddamn live stream. I'm on 55%. So I don't know. I mean, it's me, it's students, it's the working class. I'm loving it. I can't wait. I think this is going to be the greatest summer of our lives. I think it's all going to break open. Yeah, I've got this reading coming up. Got some jobs. I'm going to be shooting video. My dream job. I got my dream. It's just like everything. I'm surrounded by my dream. I just love it. Everything. It's just like fucking, I mean, I have to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You know? And I will be strong. And I will persevere. For I am a lot more insane than this valley. But this week is going to be interesting. Just being in free fall. Not sure what the fuck is going on. I think nothing will happen. I suspect nothing will happen. It usually does. There's a lot of like Flatiron type buildings. I like that about the village because there's a lot of diagonal kind of piercing. I don't know. I'm obsessed with it. Does anybody else even give a fuck? Probably not. Probably nobody else even knows what the fuck I'm talking about, really. This is the Arcades Project, the New York City Arcades Project. I'm just talking about the city, walking around the city, being a planner, who you see, what you do, you're thinking, you're smoking, you know, you're taking pictures, you're the sartorialist, you're live streaming, you're conversing with a friend. I've been drawing a lot of cartoons recently. You know, I'll hear somebody say some outrageously dumb or crazy or, you know, interesting thing. And then I'll just draw them and bam. That's like my little, I consider myself a cosmopolitan micro-diarist. I'm a scribe, a flanner scribe, noctambulating, keeping record of the streets, what I see, the ultimate suburb, the giant chunk of tech. It's just like a big crystal. I feel like I just live in fucking Fortress of Solitude or something. This is a planet Krypton. We just live in all these big chunks of crystal, and we just fucking suction out all the weirdness and grit with our fucking pineal vacuum cleaner and our enlightened techno-fascist eugenics. Here it is. Here's Google. It's where they're keeping all of us. It's where they're keeping all of our DNA, all of our memories. It's right in there. It's all in the servers. Well, those are probably upstate or something. They have a Google data center in our town. It's where they keep our family history, our social security number, our bank account information, our thoughts, our desires, our lusts, our envies, our hatreds. It's where they read our every move and our every thought. And they don't give us any fucking money or anything. They just take. They take our neighborhoods. They take our beautiful Manhattan, our beautiful big boat of a city, of an island. It's just, it's a campus. It's a Google campus. How many times can I say it, you know? I don't know. I mean, partially this is because you can't really see anybody, you know? You can't really meet new people really that much. You can't congregate. So for me, it's like you're still in kind of solitary walker observer mode. You can't really engage. 7 days till I can engage in person, face to face. You know, and I've been fine being alone. It's the first time I've been alone in a fucking year. So I've just been taking the last 2 months to just enjoy it. I don't even notice it. You know, being alone, it's just like that's default to me. So I'm not really that eager to reconnect with people, but I'm glad to have projects that I want to work on, that I can sink my teeth into, that I can really fill out, spend time on. I've got the resources I need, I've got the equipment I need. I've got the launch pad. So I'm really going to try to make use of that through the summer, definitely. I want to be outdoors. I want to be shooting stuff. I'm location scouting. That's what this is. I'm location scouting. Walking these neighborhoods. Trying to get inspiration for scenes and characters and places I want to shoot. Absorbing the vibe, absorbing the ghosts. The ancestral residues. And this guy's seriously gonna put a fucking. Can you hear that? Well, maybe I'll wrap it up. I did just want to do half an hour or so. What else should I talk about? I don't know. Things are not necessarily as immediately, politically charged like they were. What do we talk about? We're still in a crisis. I don't know how this opening thing is going to go. The vaccine, they said you'll probably need a third booster shot in a year, maybe a yearly shot. So I don't know. We're still. It felt like with the pandemic, we all kind of like synchronized in a weird way. We all kind of stopped at once, and it does feel like everything has kind of been moving with like a group consequence and cohesion through everything. Whereas like in our day-to-day lives, it didn't necessarily feel like that. You know, like we were all riding the same dragon or something. You know, it felt like when Trump was the president, it was just going to go to its ultimate crisis point. It just felt like this is going to be the end of the world. Like, this guy's clearly the ultimate supervillain. Like, this thing has got to take itself to its logical conclusion. We're in a Kali Yuga. What about the Mayan calendar and shit? And lo and behold, it feels like, okay, the pressure's being let out of the situation. We're not probably going to go into a fucking world war. You know, Biden's not going to nuke somebody just out of temperamental, you know, narcissistic idiocy. So we're not necessarily, you know, over the fucking edge, on the edge of fucking instant doom like we were. At least it feels that way. It feels like, you know, with the pandemic, things are being handled the way they need to be. People are getting vaccinated, you know. But we don't know what's around the corner. I don't know. Maybe things will sort of go back to stability and chill out. I don't know. I mean, politically, it does feel like certain things are changing that are a little more idealistic and closer to the way how we actually want life to be. As far as, you know, there's conversations about abolition, police abolition, prison abolition. Those conversations were not necessarily being as widely held before. Universal basic income has become a little bit of a thing. You know, people are fighting back against Amazon. They're going to raise taxes, supposedly, on corporations and rich people. We'll see if that is something they can actually do. I hope it is. What other fucking choice do we have? You know, there needs to be some kind of fucking change. You know, global tax. I think they said, no matter where you are in the world. Like, I attended this lecture a few years ago about tax shelters. And I think it was propaganda. I don't think that it was actually based in fucking real facts. But it was all about how tax shelters were invented in like samurai fucking Japan. I forget what it was, but it was like, you know, the samurais like were like created to like, because they wanted to take this much of the fucking person's rice or something. And so these people like banded together to like protect their land and shit. So they wouldn't have to. It was like the point of the guy's presentation. I don't know. It felt like he was trying to like associate them with this badass kind of like iconography, like samurai shit. Even though this may have been true, and it probably is true. Is the point of the whole thesis of his thing was that tax shelters, they can never stop them. Like they always, if they have always worked, they always will work. Was kind of this guy's point, because you can always take your money someplace else. I don't remember the exact specifics of it. I'm kind of explaining it, probably not that great, but it's kind of an interesting. Anytime I have any kind of factual, empirical anything, I feel like I should share it. I don't know that many things, actually. I don't know that much science or that many facts. I don't know if that's true, but something's got to give. That's a bigger, the pandemic literally just felt like the whole planet had a cold. The whole planet was sick. The whole planet needed a day off work and to stay in bed. But your immune system acts up when you've been pushing too hard, when you've been doing too much, and you've been going beyond your limits. Your immune system kicks in and goes, whoa, you need to take a couple days in bed, motherfucker. That's what it felt like the pandemic was.
Just let it all out your system. Let it go. Let it go.
This is my guest. This is my musical guest.
So let it go. Let it go. I'ma let it go. Yeah, I'ma let it go. Whoa. Look, I hope that you heart that go. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I hope you do.
Fuck, you know what I just realized? If this guy is over here on Thursday, when my reading is, I'm gonna have to do my reading with this fucking, bullshit music happening. I'll figure something else out, I guess. Alright, well, that's enough for today. Thank you for watching. We're just getting warmed up. See, typically, I only get warmed up about half an hour, 45 minutes in. The show gets really good around 45 minutes, and then, I usually talk for 2 or 3 hours. So the stuff I've been doing recently is just kind of the wind up. We're on 42%. Well, thank you for watching. It's Frankly Fabulous. Stay tuned for my premieres, 4:20, 8 p.m. right here. Come to my reading on Thursday, 6 p.m. Ariadne Magazine. We got a lot more coming up, everybody. I will survive. We're going to kick its ass. We're going to kick the vaccine's ass. COVID don't kill you, the vaccine will.